Hi, this is Zane Tanner, class EDU528, financing the athletic program. Wanted to visit with you about my budget and how I came to balancing it. The annual athletic budget is a budget where we have 15 sports and we have a budget of $100,000. The goal is to take the wish list of all head coaches and make an organized process of balancing the budget and making sure we stay within those parameters. The process that I took was making a PowerPoint slide here where I have all the head coaches listed on the far left side. And as I went through all sports, I noticed that we had a men's volleyball, a women's volleyball, and then a women's volleyball. As I looked through that, I decided to remove York as the budget that combined men's and women. That would bring me down to the 15 sports within our school. And then the assignment said that we needed to add $32,000 for officials and break down each sport. A couple problems that I ran into was how do you determine what you're going to cut and what you're going to keep. My first thought process was to cut 30% of everyone's budget to get me within that $100,000 budget. As I went through that process, I guess I learned pretty quickly that it wasn't going to match up dollar amount. And then you're kind of picking and choosing from the bottom of everyone's list, which sometimes might have been 3-4 different items to gain the 30% to cut. As I went through that, I realized I didn't like that process, and that was going to be pretty challenging to do. So then I went to the dollar amount that I needed to make everybody's budget fit within that the $100,000 budget. And what I determined as I looked at common things that everyone had put down in their budget was the travel suits. So I basically cut most everyone's travel gear, kept a few of them, and then made a rotation so that over the next few years we could have the travel suits or grant fundraising ability because it's not that much money that they couldn't fundraise and put that in that program. So as you look at my spreadsheet here, you see all head coaches to the left. You see the sports that have listed next to their name. Then the official fee for each sport, and I basically decided that each sport would have about 10 home games, calculated what I felt was a fair official fee, and then added that into where it made up our $32,000. The budget request is what each sport requested. The budget cut is what I cut to fit into our budget, and the far right explains to you what item I cut during that process. And it was a challenging process, but I felt like by cutting the travel suits mainly or a big ticket item, for example, the field hockey goals, I decided that we would buy one as an athletic department, ask Booster Club to buy another one. Cheer would have travel or their travel gear bought by Booster Club. We would purchase the boys' basketball travel gear and then put everybody else in a rotation is my thought process to allow everyone still to get what they wanted on their list just in the near future. It wouldn't be right on this budget list. This was an exciting and challenging assignment. A couple things I wanted to go over that I added to the assignment is huddle. I feel like it's a very important piece to an athletic program, and I think it shows growth for your head coaches. So I contacted Huddle, told them what I was doing with the assignment. They gave me a figure of $5,000 for the high school if we wanted to do that for all programs. So I added that in there. I also felt like it was an opportunity to add in the pay-to-play fee, and I chose $50 a player, roughly around 300 players. That gave us $15,000. So adding that money to the budget, taking away the $5,000 for Huddle, and the cuts that I made brought me slightly under $100,000 for the assignment. It was something I think I would definitely look into doing as an AD, to add that in there if that's something that's really a feasible situation. So it was a fun assignment, and I put a lot of time into it, and just wanted to share my thoughts with you on how I came to my budget and how things worked out.